Should I do a Loz lesson about distance, about when you're distanced from your person, either long distance or you're in no contact, or you feel like there's distance, you feel like they're distancing? In this video, I'll talk about distance when you're manifesting a specific person. Now, yesterday, if you're on one of my lives, you would have noticed that somebody told me, Loz, I got married and you changed my life. She goes, not to be dramatic. And that was a girl I had 2 calls with back in the day. And at first she was with her SP and then they kind of split up and they were long distance. And despite that circumstance, she's now married to him. Now, how did she do that? She stopped thinking the circumstance was an issue. And the reason why they kind of split up at one point was because she thought the distance was an issue and it kept bothering her. So when he didn't call her, when he wasn't making plans to come and see her, she was getting hurt, as you would if you're in a long distance relationship, you didn't get to see the person or talk to the person. It would worry you, it would upset you, it would cause probably arguments, and that's what was causing problems in their relationship. Now, I won't get personal about her story, but what she did was worked on herself to understand what her triggers were, so that no longer triggered her, and then she understood he loved her, he wanted to be with her. She had to hold that story and not hold the story that the distance was a problem, he didn't want to see her and he didn't want to be with her or talk to her. And as soon as she stepped into that state, they were engaged and then married. Now, guys, you've got to stop thinking distance is a problem. Now, how can you possibly fathom that distance is a problem if you are distanced from your person? If you're not talking, if you haven't seen them for a while, if there's actual long distance or there's no contact or you've been blocked or something. You've got to understand what one consciousness is. Do you guys understand what I mean by one consciousness? A lot of you don't, and that's why you don't understand why another person doesn't have any free will. You don't understand that we're all connected. You don't understand why we have telepathic connections with others or what that even means to do with manifestation. Guys, you make manifest from your consciousness, and we are all... Sorry, there's a dog going by. My dog's here. We're all linked by one consciousness, meaning we all are of the one consciousness. You can call it God, source, energy, whatever you want to call it, but we're all the one, which means we're all linked, right? So when you're distanced from a person, there is no actual distance because they're merely your consciousness objectified. I know that sounds really weird and woo-woo, but you've got to understand that everything in your reality is simply your consciousness objectified out here. Once you're no longer conscious, nothing actually exists in your reality, does it? When you're dead, you don't have reality anymore. So if you can understand that your person who's distant from you, blocked you, not talking to you, long distance, is actually only your consciousness objectified, you've got to think, well, what am I conscious of? Am I conscious of them being distanced? Am I conscious of them not wanting to talk to me? Am I conscious of them being far from me? Am I conscious of the fact that they might want to be with someone else? Am I conscious of the fact that they're upset with me? Am I conscious of the fact that they've broken up with me? Am I conscious of the fact they blocked me? Well, the more you're conscious of that, the more that consciousness will be made manifest and objectified as your reality, because you make manifest from your consciousness what's out here. Now, what you've got to understand about self-concept is how you make manifest a relationship in the first place where you got blocked, or in the first place that started long distance, or the first place where you upset each other and don't talk for a while, or in the first place where they're literally in another country, comes from your self-concept. So let me just explain. If you've got a real abandonment wound and you feel like people won't be there for you or they actually leave, a lot of the time you'll actually manifest into your reality a person who's in another country, a person who works a lot, a person who isn't physically there. So you'll actually make manifest into your reality a person who isn't even present in the same country as you. I had to point this out to someone, and it's not obvious to you because you're not conscious of the fact that you have abandonment shit. So you don't even realize when you pick the person why you even picked that person. And that person represents all your fears made manifest that you will be abandoned, and because they're physically not even in the same country. So when you're in a long distance relationship, ask yourself, how did you manifest that? Now, if you started seeing a person, then they distanced, like they had to go and work in another country, or they blocked you, or you went no contact when you split up, or whatever, how did you manifest that? Now, you've got to understand that that probably comes from, if you got blocked or whatever, a story that you upset people, or a story they don't want you, or a story you fuck things up, or a story you're not chosen, if there's a third party, etc. You've got to think, what does this circumstance that's in front of me represent about me? What am I reflecting out? What was I conscious of before that has manifest this reality? So if you can understand that, you can understand you don't have to worry about the reality you've manifested because you literally manifested it. So if you manifested a situation where you were blocked, How did you do that? Go back and unpick it in your mind, like you've sewn something wrong and you got to unpick it and sew it again. How did I do that? Oh, I know, because I was thinking that they're upset with me because I got triggered by something. We had an argument and I acted all petty and stupid about him talking to a girl at a party, and then he told me I was immature and now he's blocked me. Now, why was I acting immature? Why was I verbalizing my insecurities? Oh, well, I felt insecure because I feel like other girls are going to take him away from me because I've got some rejection issues. That's got nothing to do with him. Okay, so the reason why I'm blocked is because of my stuff that came out of my mouth, which first was in my brain, and he's only now reflecting the story that he's upset with me or he doesn't want me, he wants someone else. So until I change that story, my consciousness won't be objectified any other way than him blocking me or not wanting me or wanting someone else. So how do I change what's happening out here? The distance I have now created, I have made manifest from my consciousness. I've got to be conscious of something else. Guys, are you understanding this is quite a complex lesson? I'm talking in kind of woo-woo consciousness terms, which I don't really normally talk in, but hopefully you guys will understand me. The reason why we all have telepathic connections is because we're all connected and everyone is simply like a hologram in your reality. Everything out here is your consciousness objectified. Here's an object in front of you. It's objectified, right? From here to out here. If you want out here to change, you're going to change in here first because then it will be objectified, manifest, made manifest out here. Understand? Does that make sense? So if you're in a long distance relationship, if you're distanced from your person, if they blocked you, if they're not talking, ask yourself, how did I do that? What am I conscious of? I need to change that story. So I need to be conscious of them wanting me, conscious that they talk to me, conscious that we're in a beautiful, happy relationship, conscious that we're together, conscious that we're together in the same place. Even if it doesn't feel right now, even if you can't see it, that's what you've got to now objectify out from your mind. New thoughts that you're together, new thoughts that they want you, new thoughts you're not blocked, new thoughts that you're in a loving, committed relationship in the same place. Because the consciousness you had before made manifest the distance. Understand? Makes sense, guys? Loz, you explain each lesson so beautifully. Thank you, Quinn. Oh, good. That was a bit complex, but okay. I hope so. When I use the word consciousness, I think a lot of you get confused. What I mean by that is, what are you aware of? So if you use it in a way of saying, what am I aware of? That's what my whole mini course is about, my free one on subconsciouslaws.com. What are you aware of? That's really your consciousness, okay? Thank you, Sarah. Hang on, guys. I'm going up. Where am I? Hi, guys. Just booked a session with Sasha. Oh, wonderful. Hi, Danny. Hi, Chris. Yes, the one cat made, yes. Hey, Loz, I feel a bit intimidated that my SP is rich. Haven't figured out what sort of concept that is. That you feel less than, that you feel not good enough, that you feel like you won't measure up, that you feel that you came from a low socioeconomic background, that you don't earn enough, that you don't know enough, that you're not smart enough. Some fucking bullshit that's about you not being enough, darling. Get rid of that. Who cares how rich you are? Guys don't give a shit about that. Friend zoning, same thing, guys. What were you conscious of that caused the friend zoning? A lot of people talk about distance. Everyone's saying, yes, please, yes, please, yes, please. Okay. What about a lesson about revising or getting back up on the horse when you have a setback? I have a lot of videos about that, guys. You've just got to get back on the horse yourself in your own brain. You've got to be conscious of something different. So if you're conscious of a whole lot of shit, don't be conscious of that anymore. What are you aware of? Be aware of something else. Yes, that sounds good. Do that, please. Okay, great. When you feel like they're distancing, well, you just fucking said it. You feel like they are. They aren't really. That's what you're conscious of, so that's what you'll manifest more of. Guys, a lot of you are reading into shit that's not even happening. You're saying they're distancing, and all they're doing is concentrating on work or something, and you're coming up with a whole lot of stories, and that's what you'll make manifest, and then they'll be distanced from you, and then you'll be shocked, and then I'll say, but you were thinking that, weren't you? And you'll go, oh, yeah, I was. When abandonment beliefs pop up when the person is away short period, same thing. So a lot of the time you'll actually make manifest in your reality a person who is away for short periods because of your abandonment wound. Then when they're away for short period, it exacerbates the wound further. Then you get triggered like a bitch. Then you make manifest them distancing from you even more because that's your consciousness of self that you feel like you'll get abandoned. So they'll continue to abandon you until you change that fucking story inside yourself. Guys, they can't be any other way than how you imagine they're going to be. If you imagine you're going to get abandoned, you will be. Or you'll push them away before they abandon you out of fear. Go and get my self-concept course if you're fucking lost about this, guys, because a lot of you have abandonment issues from childhood you don't even know you have. Or why things are showing up the way they are. Like, how did you even make manifest a person who's distanced from you in the first place? That's from you. SP all of a sudden blocked me. No, it wasn't all of a sudden, as I've been manifesting him, so I know it's working. He didn't all of a sudden block you, darling. Danielle, what were you thinking that caused the blocking? It's never all of a sudden. Have had 3 small things I've manifested in the past week. It's so weird. It's a great thing that happens. Oh, wonderful. My friends talk so negatively on SP. Will this affect my affirmations? Well, if you listen to them, if you believe them, if you care what they think, yes, of course it will be. It'll affect what you're thinking, darling, about your manifestation. Of course it fucking will. Why are you listening to your dumb friends? What comes out their mouth is your fears made manifest. If you think no one likes him, that's your story that no one likes him. Stop thinking that. Jesus loves you. I am Jesus, darling. My boyfriend just left me this morning. It ended well, but I want him back. Guys, listen. How did you create that situation? Fix it in your mind. What were you thinking that caused that whole situation? Go and reverse it in your mind. Go and revise the whole thing if you can. I get scared of taking years to manifest my SP. I see so many people where it takes 1 to 3 years. Well, then it will, darling, because you're scared of that and you'll manifest that. Why are you doing that? Everyone's you pushed out. We're all connected. Exactly, guys. Hey, Loz, Philippine, I saw that one. Separation is an illusion. Guys, there is no separation. Exactly, Blushing Daisies. Have you read the book Inner Work? It's interesting. Guys, if this is some new thing, if it's not by Neville Goddard or it's not like 60 years old, I probably haven't read it. I haven't read any new anything. I tried to sit through the subtle art of not giving a fuck. I got 2 pages in. I was bored out of my brain. I got a couple of pages into what was it? Think Big. I was like, anything new? I'm like, I've heard all this before. This is from such and such, and this is from such and such, and this is from such and such. More you are aware, more it will grow. Guys, you manifest from your awareness. If you're aware they're distancing, the more they'll distance. Exactly, darling. I love this challenge. I'm in the state. Wonderful, guys. So come and join the challenge. The Manifest What You Want by Christmas 21-day challenge. We're 20 days in. We're the 2nd day in. So you've got 20 more days to go. And it doesn't matter when you join, guys, because all the posts get put in the squad. So it's at my Subconscious Loz Facebook group. Now, it's a private group. The way you enter it is you go to subconsciousloz.com on my link tree. You pay the $35 for the month. You can cancel any time and you come and join the challenge. And the challenge is a video at the beginning of every week. This video next week will actually be me going live answering your questions. Okay, questions that you've given me. I'm going to put a post in the squad in a minute asking what questions you have for that live. And then there's workbooks every week. And then there's posts every single day keeping you accountable to get your shit by Christmas or after Christmas or by New Year's or whenever. Okay, and what we're doing in there is really getting our mind right with daily posts, memes, tasks, playlists, getting ourselves in the state of having what we want now. Oh, thank you for the gifts. Director of Fun. That's Director of Fun Cat who's in there running the fucking challenge in the squad. Manifest SP, but now I have a new SP and I don't want the old one. Lol, you're always right. Guys, honestly, a lot of the times people in my group don't want the old one. It happens a lot. I realised an old story that I'd still held on to today, journaling, that went away today. Oh, good, darling, good. Loz, the absolute best and direct. Oh, thank you, Christina. Yes, listen to Loz about this. Sash. Facts. Okay, I'm a little called out here. Oh, guys, a lot of people. Guys, if you have abandonment shit, like I was watching something the other day about a girl called Bijou Phillips. Anyone know who that is? And she's from a family, the Wilson Phillips family, you know, like the mamas and the papas. And she's ended up with a guy who's abusive. And her dad was abusive. And the whole thing is so messed up. And if you know her history, you know why she ended up with the guy she's ended up with now. Who's that guy who's a Scientologist who is now in jail, who's on the 70s show, that 70s show. And if you know her history of her family, you'll know why she ended up in that relationship. It's so messed up. Anyone know who I'm talking about? Self-concept is the priority in order to get back my boyfriend who left me. What do you mean self-concept is the priority? What do you mean? Darling, your self-concept caused him to leave. So what is your concept of self? That you get left? That you aren't prioritized? Well, then he'll leave until you change that story about yourself. It's not a priority to do it. It's all that there is. If you don't change your thinking about yourself, he will leave. Yeah. And he won't come back. Is that a cat meowing? Oh, my cat's here with the dog. Can you see them? Oh. Probably can't because green screen. They're sitting there together having a lovely time. They were having a lovely time before until an Alsatian came and chased my cat under the car and then she disappeared for half an hour. I mean, wouldn't you if an Alsatian was chasing you? It was gigantic. Cat sounds like a baby sheep. Oh, no, that's a bird. That's a crow, guys. Making noise. Can you hear it? It's a crow. Yes, it's a crow. It sounds like a magpie. Yeah, I think that's a crow, guys. I'm so grateful for you and Sasha. Thank you for all you do. Oh, thank you, darling. My SP is in Mexico for a month on training for his job. Distance throws me sometimes, but he'll be... Well, then don't let it throw you, darling. Back, loving me more than ever. Exactly, guys. Don't let the distance throw you. Sometimes people have to go and work. Don't worry about it. How to work on our past issues, abandonment, ? Well, guys, that's what my self-concept course is all about, and I have an extension coming out in the new year. So if you want to get my self-concept course now for the bargain basement price of $145, I would get it before the end of the year. At the end of the year, that course will be taken away because a new one, an extended one, is coming out, and you will honestly pinpoint your abandonment issues in that course with an assessment and all the tools to fix it. Yes, this makes absolute sense. Okay, good. He liked me, then he got a third party, then I manifested third party way, then he moved and blocked me. Darling, how did you manifest all of that? From your story that you're not enough or other girls are better than you or you're not wanted by him. So you've got to change all those stories if you want him back. Go and do my free course, darling. You're a bit lost. Come and join the squad and get help. Guys, you've got to understand, inside the squad, my monthly coaching group, there are mentors to help you with your questions. There's a question forum and all the members help you as well. I go live every Friday. I'll be going live this Monday to answer your questions. There's so much help in there. And these tasks inside the 21-day challenge will really get your mind right if you've been left or blocked or whatever. Change the old story and stick to it. Ignore 3D. It will catch up. Exactly, guys. I don't even sweat now. I know I don't hear from him as much as I know there's always movement. Guys, don't sweat the small stuff. Exactly. When I said that then, I affirmed the opposite and scrolled past it to take it out of my awareness. Good, Hannah, good. Yes, take things out of your awareness, guys, that you don't want. Loz, you always explain each lesson so beautifully. Thank you, Queen. Well, I thought that one was a little bit complex, but thank you. SP just told me he'd be spending the holidays out of town. All right, darling, so how did you manifest that situation? You thought he wouldn't be there for you? You thought he wouldn't care about Christmas? What did you think? They help so much. Just join today. Oh, good. They're helping the squad. Good. I've been reading all the challenge posts answers in the group like a book. It's so fun. Oh, wonderful. I haven't had a chance to yet, but everyone's really doing all the tasks, aren't they? They're doing all the advent calendar tasks every day. They're doing all the naughty and nice posts. Everyone's doing all the tasks. It's amazing. Everyone's keeping on top of their thinking in the squad right now in the challenge. I realised I was overcomplicating the self-concept. Well, no shit, Jess. I'm excited for the extended version. Good. Watching you while doing Korean skincare. All credit to you. Oh, wonderful, darling. I did a mask this morning. A mugwort clay mask or something. Watching you while doing Korean. Oh, I love that. I love a bit of Korean skincare, me. Loved your last course. Oh, thank you, darling. Really unfortunate she ended up with Danny Masterson. That's the guy. I can't think of his name. Yes, Bijou Phillips was good friends with Paris and Nikki Hilton. She was an it girl in the 2000s. She was an it girl because her parents fucking completely abandoned her because they were DRUG addicts and she was fostered. And she just went and partied all the time. And then she went out with John Lennon's son. It's a whole shit show, that whole story. Danny yeah, that's his name, yeah, him. What Neville quote gave you the light bulb moment? You are the only cause, but I didn't really get it. I didn't really get it for a long time. I didn't really understand what that meant. Hi, Loz. My SP is out of the blue, started to treat me really good today. Thank you so much. Oh, Tara, wonderful. Hooray. What's this? Her dad was so messed up. Oh. And the fact that the sister had to be told on Oprah that what she was experiencing was not consensual. Anyone know that story? People had to tell her, oh, that's not normal. She was like, oh. How do I get my baby daddy back, even though we are doing horrible not getting along? Well, you're not going to get him back if you're doing horrible getting along. You don't think you get along. You think you're doing horrible. You think he doesn't want you. You think he doesn't want to talk to you. You think he doesn't want to be there. Why would he come back if that's the way you're getting along with him? Why don't you stop fighting with him and getting triggered by him and realize it's your triggers made manifest and the only person triggering you is you? Guys, why are you expecting to get along with baby daddies and then fight with them at the same time? I want to fight with you, be triggered by you, think you're an asshole, but I want us to get along. I want you to come back, even though I've got a whole lot of triggers that are triggering me about you that have nothing to do with you. But I want you back. And when you're back, we'll continue to fight and not get along. She's going to ignore you if you repeat questions. Yes, guys. If you could ask Neville anything, what would it be? Oh, what a great question. If I could ask Neville anything, what would it be? I'd love to ask him how he got to the point where he seemed in such an amazing state where he no longer was triggered, and he knew completely that he was just ensconced in the idea that the law was real and nothing out here was real. Like, how did he get to that point? Because I'm still thrown sometimes by the 3D. I would love to know, how did he fully and completely embody the state of never being bothered by the 3D and fully understanding his power and believing it 100%? Because I think he did in the end. That's what I'd like to know. Because as a human being, I'm still triggered sometimes. Met a guy at a concert, and I don't know anything about him, but would like to meet him. How? Just imagine you're together, darling. Doesn't matter that you don't know him or you haven't known him for long or you just met him. See you and him together. What if my SP is my baby daddy? I have a genuine belief that he's attached to the mother of his child. Well, then he will be, because you've got a genuine belief, and that's your belief, and that will be made manifest. Stop believing that. Come and do my courses, darling. You sound a bit fucking lost. You've got to stop thinking that. That's what will manifest. So he won't be with you, he'll be with her, because you're thinking that. What about manifesting being your own boss and having a business instead of working for other people? Well, imagine yourself as your own boss. Imagine having your own business. Imagine I have a booming business, blah, blah, blah. Go and do my booming business course, darling. How to change my story of SP takes days to reply to my text. Well, stop thinking he takes days to reply to your text. If you hold the story that he takes days, he will take days. Your skin looks amazing. Oh, thank you, honey. Hey, Loz, what are some good affirmations for a fear of rejection? No one would dare reject me. That's the old me. I used to think I wasn't chosen. I used to think no one wanted me. I don't think that anymore. Or you can not refer to the old story and say, I'm wanted, I'm chosen, blah, blah, blah. Yes. How much is the extended version? I don't know yet, darling. Your courses are all fire. Loz, take all my money. Oh, thank you, darling. SP joined call and was with girls, said he was cock-blocked, made me insecure and he doesn't want me. Darling, that's all you. That's all you doing that. Have you got a story he wants other girls? Have you got a story that he doesn't want you? Have you got a story that he's showing off other girls in front of you and saying nasty things like that? Have you got a story that you're not wanted by him? That's what is being made manifest in your reality. Your story that you're not wanted by him or not wanted in general. That other girls' competition. What's your story? Go and do my free course, darling. You're a bit confused. What do you think about law of attraction? I don't teach that. For if your ex leave their ex, does that play into this? What are you talking about, Matt? I don't talk about law of attraction. Ask that question again without that stupid saying in it. I can't wait for the extended version. Will there be? Yes. So the extended version is a full course like my Worthy Buck for Love course, guys. I don't understand the question, Matt. Write it again without that woo-woo word in it. My sister attracts men who pay for everything for her and obsess with her no matter what. Well, her self-concept must be good. She must decide she deserves being spoiled. She deserves to be on the pedestal. She must think she's on the pedestal, darling. How do you manifest beating a court case? Well, imagine you've won it, darling. Go to the end of already winning it. How to make an SP hang out with me more? Decide they hang out with you all the time. Just imagine the scenes where you're hanging out. Stop saying he doesn't. What's in the extended course? So in the extended course, guys, I go very heavily into what you've done wrong in the course. What you're relying on that isn't working. The fact that you think the assessment is going to be the answer to all your fucking prayers. The fact that you've not done the work after. The fact that you've not delved into your childhood enough. And then delving into the fears further so you can really work on those. Would we still have access to the one before? So the one before won't be by itself anymore. It'll be the full course. So you won't be able to get the one by itself anymore, the first part. It'll be the first part plus the extension. However, if you've already bought the first part, you've already bought the $145 self-concept course, you can just buy the extension by itself. You don't need to buy the whole course again. Okay, so guys, if I were you, I recommend you go and get the $145 self-concept course at the moment if all you want is the assessment and the delving into your childhood stuff and the information on the fears. Whereas if you want a really extended advanced course, wait till the extension. How to manifest contact after a long period of not talking? Well, imagine you're talking all the time. Imagine you're together. Don't just manifest the contact. Imagine the relationship. Go to the end. Isn't that what you want? Or did you just want contact? Well, can you give some affirmations for having money and keeping my SP lost a load during C word? Okay, so darling, if you've got a story that C word will affect your business, affect your relationships, affect your, money situation, then it will. So you probably had a really strong story and he probably had a really strong story that C word would affect what was happening with you guys financially. So you've got to get rid of that story that happened. If he lost money, you've got to imagine having it back. So just imagine, okay, well, that's gone, but it's coming back. I have so much money now. He has so much money now. That doesn't affect us anymore. The 3D doesn't affect us anymore. We make money in our sleep. We make money with our eyes shut. We don't even have to make an effort and we make money. Get into the state of you already have the money now and all that money has been restored, Pat darling, okay? Love your nails. Oh, thank you, darling. I need to go and get them redone because this one's broken at the end. Snapped off. Detaching from the how and when has been the most difficult for me. How to change that? Because you're not understanding that will come in its own appointed hour, darling. It's like a chicken takes a few days to be hatched or whatever. An elephant takes, 13 months or something? Oh, I can't remember how many days it for each animal. Everything's got a gestation period. And if you keep worrying about the gestation of your manifestation, it'll actually push it further away because you're saying it's not here. And the more you think it's not here, when and how is it going to happen, the more it won't happen because you're imagining it isn't here. So if you don't want to fuck it up, stop thinking those things. Thank you, Loz. Love your top. Wild child. Oh, thank you, darling. I love a bit of leopard me. Although I've been working on self-concept for a long time, is it normal to feel sick after working on triggers? Yes, because your mind doesn't like you working on them. It wants to keep them to keep you safe. When you said it would be wiped, I was like, Christ, I need to print it. What's this? How do I see myself not being hurt? That's my fear, but I feel like it's pretty wide. I know it's general. Well, stop saying you're going to be hurt. Stop anticipating hurt. If any time you have a thought in your mind that you're going to be hurt, say the opposite. No one would dare hurt me. I don't get hurt anymore. That's the old me. I'm starting to feel so calm and indifferent when it comes to SP. Is this the right track? Yes, guys. If you just think, oh, well, they'll be back, or, oh, they're mine. What am I worried about? That's really good. Indifference is really good, guys. Thanks to you, my SP is fully committed to me. Thank you. Michelle, wonderful. Can someone else manifest my SP? Yes, if you think they can. You're giving them the free will to do so. But darling, in your reality, only you are creating in your reality. But if you create the story that someone else can take him away, then he will, because that's your story. You'll manifest that. How to manifest a perfect partner for my mum. So if just imagine her with the perfect partner. Oh, she's met this beautiful guy and they get along so well and she's never been so loved up and he treats her so beautifully. And imagine telling a friend. So what is inspired action, or is that another woo-woo thing? Yes, it's another woo-woo thing, darling. Look, inspired action, you don't know it's inspired until after the event. Excuse me. After the event. So you don't know why you're doing it. You're just doing it. Right? So you could hire someone and they could turn out to be the greatest person ever and you've hired them for one thing and they turn out to be good at something else. Or you go into a party and you meet someone and they end up being your SP. You didn't even want to go to that party that night, but someone forced you and you were like, oh, God. And you inspired you took the action in an inspired way. You didn't know why you were going. You didn't even feel like it, but something was pushing you there to go there. Inspired. But you don't know why you're doing it. A lot of people use it as an excuse to take action. That's not what it is. Moving in with third party, how to set thoughts in order. What do you mean? Imagine you've moved in together, darling. Imagine you're already living together. Go to the end. I'm not thinking about SP except when manifesting at night. Does that mean I let go? I don't teach you to let go. We're not trying to let go, darling. We're trying to live in the end of being together. Do that all day long if you can. Or if you're going to do it at night, do it at night. But you're getting confused if you think I'm teaching you letting go. We're not trying to let go of people. We're trying to change our stories about them. Go and do back and begging, darling. You sound a bit lost, like you've been watching some woo-woo, law of attraction, let it go bullshit. Loz, I was thinking that I would love a course about manifesting your dream career for the future. Oh, yes. Do I have that? Well, I have booming business and I have money magnet, but dream career, yes. I could do that. Saying she's coming back compared to she's here, we're in a relationship, isn't that contradicting? Exactly. So don't say she's coming back. It's just a story or self-concept all my life that mum has held grudges, which has led to her ruining their... Well, stop saying your mum does that, darling. I'm not thinking about my... Oh, I saw that one. How to make SP less busy. He has like 3 different jobs and I want him to have more time to see me. That's not about your SP. That's about you feeling that you don't get prioritized. Did you have alcoholic parents or parents who were workaholics or parents who weren't there for you, or you got left with the nanny a lot, or your grandma, or you had lots of siblings and something happened where you weren't prioritized by your parents? That's why that's happening. Or you just feel not good enough in yourself and so you feel like he won't prioritize you. He'll prioritize and put something else before you because you're not enough as you are. It's not about him, darling. He's literally doing that because of what you think about you. When you change it, he'll stop. Oh, I needed that. My mum needs a man. Well, stop saying she needs a man. Say she has a man. I'm adored is a good affirmation of being hurt. Yes, say that, darling. Would you ever bring one-to-one coaching back apart from the one in the squad? I'm going to be doing boot camps, darling. Boot camp. It's going to be different. How many appearance changes can we manifest? As many as you like, darling. Why can't you? You can say I have a juicy ass and my body is exactly how I want it to look and my skin is flawless and my nose is pert and my boobs are pert, my nose is perky and whatever you want. Drill Sergeant Loz, yes, that's what it's going to be like in the squad, guys. If I met SP while travelling, broke up because I thought not having a visa was a big problem, does that matter? You're going to say, does that matter? Does that mean abandonment or not chosen? It means you think the situation matters, you think circumstances don't matter, but if you broke up with them because you're afraid it wouldn't work out, have you got a story things won't work out or that you'll get hurt or that you won't be chosen, so you just broke up with them anyway because you were so worried about it not working out? You like sabotaged it, self-sabotaged it? Why did you do that? I want to do coaching so bad, but it's all sold out. Oh, yeah. I don't open it up anymore, guys. You'll have to wait till boot camp. Hi, Loz. How's the squad different from the free group? Well, the squad is a very, very intensive coaching group, guys. So the free group's just got success stories. All the old lives are in there. You can ask your questions in there and people can help you. Whereas in my squad, we have a challenge going on at the moment. Every single month, I drop a mini course or a challenge. At the moment, it's a challenge. There's Mentor Mondays where the mentors who are in there, who are the people who understand the law the best, go live and they answer your questions from the Q&A forum. Then I go live every Friday. It's a very intensive coaching group, darling, for only $35. How's boot camp going to work? Can people still watch the boot camp? No, you've got to be in the boot camp to watch the boot camp. So the only people who can see the coaching in the boot camp, be part of the coaching in the boot camp, is if you're in the fucking boot camp. It's like, don't talk about Fight Club. You've got to be in the Fight Club. If you're not in Fight Club, you don't know what's going on in there. Right? So boot camp is going to be a very, very, very intensive self-concept boot camp. Loz's self-concept boot camp. And in it, you will uncover all your shit and work on it intensively with mentors and other members. And you'll have activities every single fucking day. It's going to be very similar to this challenge, except far more intensive. So it's daily stuff for 30 days or possibly longer. Depends how intensive you want it to be. And then you go live with me. No, the boot camp won't be in the group. The boot camp is going to be a special advanced coaching group for like a small amount of people. Challenge is amazing. I feel like I've changed a lot. Accountability, consistency, living in the end. Yes. Can the squad members see the boot camp? No, guys, it's separate. The squad is great. You can search what you're struggling with and you'll find hundreds of posts. Yes. So guys, go into the actual search bar of the squad, not the search bar at the top of Facebook. In the actual squad search bar, look up abandonment, look up engagement, look up engaged, look up money, and you'll see all the success stories and all the questions and answers. How can I manifest respect and being listened to and taken seriously? Well, you've got a story you're not taken seriously. You've got a story you're not listened to. You've got a story you're not respected, so no one respects you because you've held that story for a long time. So why have you been holding that story? What do you think about you? You're not good enough, smart enough. People don't listen to you. You weren't listened to as a kid. What's going on with you, darling? Until you change that, no one will respect you or listen to you or take you seriously because you think you won't be taken seriously. Mm-hmm. You look great, by the way. Oh, thank you, darling. He broke, but he said, was there no other way since I couldn't stay in the country? No, he broke it up. Okay, well, you had a story that you couldn't stay in the country. You had a story it was impossible odds. You had a story because of the visa, and then he reflected it. Guys, whatever they do is your thoughts made manifest subconsciously. Yes, the Loz nails. I have to go get them done again soon. I love the nail guy. He's so lovely. Like this one broke, and he went and fixed it for free. He's like, I fixed it. They're such lovely people. And they do such a good job. The last time I was in there were like hundreds of people waiting. It was like the best nail place. And everyone's just like sitting there waiting. We won't go anywhere else. The squad is amazing. I recommend it 100%. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you so much. How to get rid of negative thoughts when something bad happens when you know it's still meaningless. Well, darling, you've got to replace those thoughts. You can't get rid of them. A lot of you are trying to get rid of them. Nature abhors a vacuum. As soon as you suck something away, something gets sucked into that vacuum. Okay, you've got to replace it. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that's a great deal. Yes, only $35, guys. Join the squad and you can cancel anytime. All right, guys, I'm going to go because my phone is literally about to run out of batteries. But guys, please come and join the Manifest What You Want by Christmas 21-day challenge. It's in the squad right now. It's only $35. You can join anytime. There are posts every day to keep you accountable to get your shit. And there's like mentors to help you, members to help you. I go live on Monday. I will also go live this Friday like I always do. Then the mentors go live every Monday. There's videos and workbooks and posts and playlists and a whole lot of stuff. And it's really, really fun. Come and join us, guys, to get what you want by Christmas. All right, guys. See you later. Thanks for joining me. Bye.